Mario with Attic Man Heating and Air. Now, one of the most common questions I get from homeowners are, why are my HVAC quotes so different, right? You went out, you got 2, 3, 4 HVAC quotes, and they span. I mean, you got ones coming in at $8,000, and on the high end, you got ones at $40,000. Like, what gives? What is happening there? Well, it's very simple. It comes down to business. It comes down to the cost of overhead, okay? Here in Sacramento, we have a number of large companies that have been doing a business for a very long time, okay? They employ a lot of people, and they do, a lot of the times, offer great service, right? But they're big. They have overhead, lots of company vehicles, okay? Here in California, employing 100 plus people, imagine having to have benefits for all those people, insurance for all those vehicles, advertising, billboards, right? I mean, all that stuff costs money. So what happens is people get a quote, and let's say it's a big company. And let's say this big company employs right? Times 100. You get the picture. Big company. Big company equals big prices. Okay? I hear this all the time. I go out and give a quote. They say, wow, you're so much cheaper than the other guys. I say, well, who'd you get a quote from? And they tell me, and, oh, okay, well, that's because they have to make their overhead. Don't get me wrong. I have to do the same thing. I own a business in California. One of the worst states to own a business in. Okay? To say that we have it difficult is putting it lightly. There's so many rules and regulations and licenses, insurances that we have to carry and pay for every single year just to stay in business. Unfortunately, that's a part of doing business, right? And I always recommend you hire a licensed, insured, bonded HVAC contractor, okay? You don't want to go on Craigslist and offer or get a quote from a guy that's unlicensed. Yeah, sure, you're going to pay a lot less, but you're also not going to get anything near what you should. With that said, I would recommend you stay away from paying big prices simply because it's a big company. Big company does not always mean better, right? So next after that, you got mid-sized companies, okay? Mid-sized companies. There's a lot of mid-sized companies in Sacramento. I'm one of them. Mid-sized company can have anyone from 10 employees to 50. Now, this is a big part of where the cost comes in. Number of employees. It's just overhead. It's basic mathematics. The more employees I have, the more buildings I have, the more trucks that we own, right? It enables us to offer you a better service, but that costs money, right? That's where we fall, okay? We're not close to 50 employees. We're closer to the 10 side, right around in here somewhere, okay? Mid-sized companies is kind of where you want to be. Why? Because yes, you're going to pay a little bit more than the cheapest guy that we'll get to in a second. However, you're not going to pay the extravagant prices of the huge, overhead of those giant companies. So you kind of want to find a mixture of both, right? You want good quality, okay? You're going to find that a lot in mid-sized companies. Why? Because mid-sized companies still care about their customers. Okay, this is where we're at. We run jobs to make money, and we want to keep our customers happy because we want them to refer us more work. That we want them to leave us good reviews. It all comes back to the customer. So mid-sized companies still maintain that, right? I've worked at some bigger companies. It's not always the message they send. It's more about numbers. It's math. Oh, we have to hit our overhead today. Got to hit our profit margins today, right? Mid-sized companies, they're more customer oriented. So you get good quality installs. You get good service, and most importantly, you get fair prices, right? That's what you want. You want good quality work, okay? You want good service, and you want all of it at a fair price. This is the golden zone. This is where you want to be, okay? Now, at the bottom, you're gonna have the one, maybe 2-man shows, maybe 3 guys at the most, right? Okay, this is what we call chucking a truck. Nothing wrong with chucking a truck. Sure, he's a great guy, right? Sure, he's a great guy. Chucking a truck could get you the same system as a mid-sized company, I'm just gonna throw out some numbers out there. Let's say the mid-sized company is 15K. 15 grand for the mid-sized company. Let's say the big company is 40K. Chuck and a truck would probably be more like 12K. Okay, so yes, if all you're looking at is price, you got 40K and a quote for 15. We'll just say 15 to 20 here. We'll say 25 to 30 here. And we'll say like 12 to 14 here. Okay, so you're just looking at price. You got the big boys that came in at 25, 40. You got the mid-sized companies that came in at 15, 20. You got the trucks and truck that came in at 12 to 14. So yeah, if all you care about is price, by all means, truck and a truck's your way to go, right? You're gonna get the cheapest price. You know what comes along with the cheapest price? The cheapest service, the cheapest quality, right? If your system isn't working properly, Chuck and a truck comes out with his buddy, right? Maybe licensed, probably not. Got a white van, show up, do the job, collect that check, cash it. You have a problem on the back end and you call them. You think they're gonna come out? Or if they are gonna come out, how soon can they come out? They're gonna come out in a week, 2 weeks, a month, okay? Now you're getting antsy because it's middle of summer, your AC died. So you start calling different companies. Oh, who installed it for you? It's only a year old, right? I mean, we're busy. We're booked up in the summer, 2, 3, 4 weeks, okay? Cheaper price means cheaper service, cheaper quality. It's not always the best way to go. It's actually hardly ever the best way to go, okay? But what you should do, stick to these mid-sized companies, okay? Why? They care about their customers. You gotta pay a little bit more, not much. A couple grand, a few grand in some cases, right? But you're going to get quality. Look up their reviews. Are they licensed? Are they bonded? Are they insured? Do they have workman's comp for their employees? If an employee falls through your ceiling, breaks his leg, no workman comp, you're in trouble as a homeowner. The business owner's in trouble too. Everybody's in trouble. It's a problem, okay? Mid-sized companies doing things right, 5 stars, licensed, insured, bonded, liability insurance, workman's comp. That's what you want. You want them to have a good history, okay? They've been in business a while, not so long that they're up here with these guys, okay? But they've been in business long enough to know what they're doing, to know how to still care about the customer and offer those great services at a fair price. Now, I still see tons of homeowners over and over again overpaying for their systems, okay? And trust me, they'll tell you, oh, this guy only quoted 15K, ours is 25K because it's so much better. This is an HVAC system, guys. It's a piece of machinery, okay? Doesn't matter if it's a Trane versus an American Standard, okay, or Carrier or a Lennox, right? What matters is the quality of the install and the customer service they're going to give you. A lot of the times in mid-sized companies, you get to deal with the owner directly. I work every day in my business. I go out to job sites every day. I write up contracts in customers' homes myself every day. I'm the owner. I've seen other mid-sized companies in the area do the same exact thing. Okay, you get that personal touch. You get the people who actually care about you. Up here, you ain't never gonna meet the owner. He probably doesn't even know you exist. Okay, he's in his office or on a beach somewhere. Good for them, right? But you're paying for that. You're paying for that overhead. For what? Because you think that they're gonna take care of you better, or because they're bigger, they have more personnel, right? That's what they'll tell you. But until you actually need them, you call them middle of summer, and guess what they care about? Profits, not customer retention, not the levels of happiness the customer's feeling about the company. And you know where you can see that? Don't take my word for it. Reviews, okay? We live in 2022. We have reviews, we have the internet. Use that to your advantage when you're picking a company to do business with. Go on Yelp, go on Google, go on Nextdoor, type in that company name, okay? Almost every single time when the companies get into this range, you're gonna see those reviews start to go down because of all the reasons I just said. They're profit and money oriented, not customer service oriented. Middle-sized companies, most of the time 4 to 5 stars because the owner's involved. Sometimes it's a family-owned business. They care about their customers, okay? These guys, you can't even find them. They don't have a website, they don't have a Yelp page, okay? You found an ad on Craigslist and you're gonna do that to save a few grand, not a good idea. So these guys are out of the picture. These are your 2 choices, mid-size or huge company. Mid-size is the way to go every time. So hopefully that helped you understand why the bids you got were so vastly different. And hopefully I shed some light on who to pick as a contractor. And remember, this doesn't just go for HVAC. It goes for plumbing, goes for roofing, fencing, pool service, whatever you'd like. When it comes to contracting and home-based services, the mid-sized companies are the way to go. So hope this helped you out. Thanks.
Great.
Two-stage or variable speed, especially if you really, comfort is a big priority for you. You'd like to really dial in that temperature, then you're gonna wanna stick to closer in here. If you're okay with the system you had for the past 20 years running the way it was, perfectly happy with it, maybe you're gonna move out in 5 years, turn it into a rental, you're not sure, then at that point we'll probably talk more about single stage. So I hope this video helped you. If you'd like us to come out and give you an estimate, book online, where we're happy to come out there. We service Sacramento only, but we can go over all of this and see which one fits your needs. Thank you.